and then we're doing, with the transition pilot project, we're experimenting with the onboarding. So they're going to talk to you about their year 2 transition teacher leader initiative. I promise I will fix the nomenclature, so we'll just have one term and one presentation.
Just help guide me the right way.
And we've got crossover programs. SDLMI, Conover, the fall conferences, those are crossover programs. We all do them regardless of our project. But then there are some nuances that you'll see as they work their way through this presentation. And you have got 15 minutes, Jada and Brittany. And if you need to play any videos, do you have any videos?
We do, but not for a few slides.
So I'll slip over, or you can just click on it. You can come over here, Brittany, and click on it with the mouse. And thank you for having the courage to step in, just within the past year and a half. So that's no easy thing to do, because most of these folks have been doing this for a while.
Yes.
So
As you said, my mentor, Miss Stephanie Miller, I don't know if y'all know her, she's phenomenal. She just kind of like, there you go, you take over this. So we are running with it and excited, but we are learning as we go. So, okay.
Oopsie. I hope that's not the video.
We'll figure it out.
Adrian will have access to it. That's it.
yeah, we're in his drive.
I'm assuming that's.
Let me go get it. Did it say it had no permission?
Alex that made it.
Oh.
Oh, stinker. Let me go find it.
Okay. We'll go ahead.
Okay, go.
All right, transition opportunities are important for high school students. We all know that. Because they help students prepare emotionally, socially, and academically for life after graduation. These experiences reduce anxiety about change and build confidence by exposing students to real-world expectations and environments like college or the workplace. So we're not going to use until high school. We're just starting this and implementing the programs. So the programs that we authored through this project was the college visits. We had multiple colleges come in for the year that we partnered with our guidance counselor and helped encourage and shove and drag our kids to participate in that as well. The Big Sandy Transition Conference, multiple K-8 programs, some ongoing opportunities, and then virtual reality.
Yeah, and a lot of our stuff, like you all have already talked about, they're all going to kind of overlap. But college speakers, like Jada said, we had colleges that come into the building, and what our kids have been really good about doing is we've been getting them more involved versus just sitting in the back being like, oh, I'm not going to go to school, like they have nothing to offer me. So we've been really trying to encourage them to ask questions about like what kind of disability services that colleges offer, like admission requirements, so they're not just there to be out of class and that sort of thing, and they're getting more involved in the process.
And so while we were doing these guest speakers, we had multiple, I'd say probably about 5 or 6 different guest speakers come in. We would even go to our kids and be like, did you ask them about their admissions requirements? Did you ask what kind of ACT score you needed to give you? And it really had our kids thinking, yeah, I want to go to lineman school, but oh no, I need an 18 on the ACT, or I need to pass the Coyote test. So it had them coming to us saying, when can I take that test again? When can I study for this test? How can I get pulled to do this? So it helped encourage them that they can go to college and what it takes to get there.
Everybody, we also attend the Big Sandy Conference. They like to come over here and interact in the programs that they have, and they really just like being independent and walking, just like you all said, around the campus and that sort of thing. And we as well we're not helicopter parents in a sense. We let them go out and do their own thing, because if we do that, they're not getting the full experience of what a college campus could potentially be like. Some of these kids before this conference has probably never even set foot on a college campus, so that's a great opportunity to give them. And so, as you see in this picture in the bottom corner, I mean, they just also Brian, you made her you made her sod also. So
that's collaboration.
Exactly. We put that picture up there the other day, and I was like, I know this guy. These are just some of the KVIC programs that, they came and they've done some guided painting classes, which, helps develop some art skills. That's what they do there. Some of the STEM stations, they've come to school new, the SNAP circuits, Carl D. Perkins, and actually just yesterday we did clay creations. They brought cosmetology over, and they did some tattooing stuff.
And
So
then we
really,
have them scheduled to come back at the end of the month to do drones. They're gonna paint their clay creations. They're gonna bring canvas painting because our kids love the guided painting classes.
that was actually a bigger hit than what I thought it was going
Oh,
to be.
yeah, we have some of those to show.
So here's our guided painting class.
Pass these around.
And Chad come by and they did a step-by-step. This is what the picture that they, we had two separate groups, and one group got this picture and one group got this picture. And he kind of just taught them to, it's very much Bob Ross style, kind of, you know, paint a little tree here, paint a little tree there. And,
And you can see, like, they started with blank canvases.
Yes.
They had to do it from the ground up, and
And
we
this-
had a mess. We had painting the floor, painting their hair, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
They begged us to bring them back in to do that again. So if you've not done that, I highly recommend it. Or special ed director even came and participated with us as well.
no, that's,
So it was really cool.
yeah. We have two videos coming up. and we'll
Okay,
talk
so
about
we'll
it.
And then we had a couple of kids, these two down here in particular, was asking them to leave paint behind, let us borrow an extra brush to keep working on our project. So this was a huge hit. If you've not done this one yet, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, this is this video, and this is the video we need access for, because it is the funniest.
Yes, yes, we did.
Yes, it is. And we did get permission from our principal to play this one.
Well, if you check your phone, you might have a request, you
Oh.
can make it through.
Right there.
But this other one should play if you want to
Okay.
play that one.
Go ahead and talk about those stations.
Okay, so we do what, we were calling it STEM stations. We set up in the gym, had 3 or 4 different things going on for kids just to float around and go to one thing, then do the next. We did video interviews, so kids originally were gonna do a news broadcast or just get up there and talk. But then they was pulling in our principal and our vice principal and interviewing them about their job. what they do. And it's hilarious.
I'm not sure who it's sending to. It doesn't tell me who it's sending to,
I do not have anything.
so I'm not sure.
You're the
Oh, it's on
owner.
Will. Let's see.
Oh, I bet Will doesn't have access.
Yeah, I think it's.
But I was wearing your drive, though.
Yeah, you will.
That's-
Oh, yeah, now it's.
Oh, okay. I'll be so sad if it doesn't
Let's
play.
see. I'll send another request. We'll get an email, so. I think that's showing it to us.
Does it say whenever you hit the request? Does it
It's
say?
the-
It says that it's signed in.
It just says signed in
Oh.
as me, yeah, I don't know who owns it. We'll see if I can figure that one out.
Okay,
But
we're
you
gonna
know-
come back to that.
Well, can we play Kristen's later?
Yeah, you can do that one, go too.
This one's pretty short, it's only about a minute long, but, she did this on her own. We had to pump and encourage her to do it, but she did, and it's pretty awesome, so.
3, 1, 2, 3. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kristen Sloan, and I'm going to be talking about Mr. Swartman's construction class. So, first you will start off with industrial safety, which you'll learn how to use the tools hands-on instead of not knowing how to do it. You will use a table saw, hand saws, and stuff like that to learn it. It's a better experience to do it that way. I love hands-on, and it's probably the best thing for most kids because you can't just read a script and know how to do it. But he's a really good teacher, and I hope I can continue to get certified in his class and learn more about using the tools and other things. So,
Give people a sign off if you would.
all right. Kristen Sloan signing off.
And then during this activity, we also did the bracelet designs, the Valentine's Day bracelets that
So y'all,
a lot of others talked
he's,
about.
Jacob is here too. Now we've got the chief digital engineer. So,
It's so good.
but sometimes these quirky little things happen.
Maybe the email might come through here shortly. I don't know, check your junk mail.
But the gentleman on this video, he wants to be a professional bull rider, and he is bound and determined to do that, and I
Oh, I know.
have all the faith in him. That is exactly what he will do.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Bill
yeah,
has met him.
Yeah.
In my classes, he comes in to get coffee.
He
Yeah.
is a character.
He wears
There's
the
a cowboy hat
he
every
wears
day.
the rodeo
with a
hat.
belt buckle.
Tell him about what happened to him. He was riding his horse
Oh, yeah.
in Knott County and he got hit by a,
Vehicle.
By vehicle.
Yeah, he
I don't
was,
want to be this.
He was sent to UK, and we thought, well, we're not gonna see him for a couple months. Like, we started back from Christmas break, and there was Darren walking the halls, and was like, what are you doing here? And then we asked him how long it could be before he got back on a horse, and he was like, well, they said 6 months, but I was riding yesterday. Can't keep him down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you guys could access your Google Drive on your phone, you can make the video.
Oh, okay.
If you know where the video at, just make it so it's not restricted.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, and then it should load.
Okay. So,
But Darren, the student in the video, he interviewed our principal, Mr. Pollard. And
You added
it
the
was
videos
very
later.
unscripted.
While you're doing that, I'll go ahead while
yeah,
you.
yeah, cool.
Yep.
3, 1,
It
2.
just have to be a.
Oh, there we go. Woo, too fast. All right, here are just some pictures of the STEM station. And they also videoed our assistant principal and, it's not in at the time, but our basketball coach. And again, we had boys love the bracelet making just as much, especially Valentine's. They're like, oh, I'll get this for my girlfriend, and it'll be something to be in trouble. All right, then we have the Crawley Perkins. We have a scheduled visit to go there here in the next, actually like 2 weeks. So with Jessica Allen, and she's also come by. She started one presentation to help her students like pick up about the different programs that they have there and what they offer. Students ask questions about like how to apply and that sort of thing. We also, they came by and did SNAP circuits, which obviously help develop critical thinking, problem solving, helps with hands-on technical skills, which help post-secondary employment, things like engineering, technology, electronics.
Okay, you're at the 5-minute mark.
All right.
Perfect. This is what we did
Yeah, this is what we
yesterday.
did yesterday. So clay, and so all of this really is about creativity and that sort of thing, and hands-on outlets, and but also we were able to talk about, have conversations about what kind of programs were available to them. So again, the boys actually liked the braiding the hair and playing with the hair more than the girls did. I was very shocked. But they sat down, they probably sat there for a couple hours, and like this little fella here in the white shirt, his name was Silas, and he was braiding away, and those boys sat beside him and was like, how do you want to do that? It's like, well, I have a girlfriend. So he must braid his girlfriend's hair and stuff. But
Now, I felt sorry for these poor little mannequin heads,
Yeah, that's
though,
true.
because they were abused during
I would
their
not let them
styling.
touch my hair.
So that's Bernadette Bronner's workshop, so I would
Yeah,
tell
they
you.
came yesterday,
Oh, so it did make
Yeah.
cool beaners.
And so they did tattooing. We also had a marble run station set up, and
Ongoing opportunities, just like everybody else, with Conover, along with SDLMI. Right now, we're doing SDLMI with their seniors. And going into next year, we are going to shift that to our sophomores, because honestly, our seniors kind of, for the most part, know what they want to do. But if we start with our sophomores, that will help us, will help them a little bit, kind of make some goals and that sort of thing, but also create their multi-year course of study from ILPs and but help guide that a little bit more starting up their sophomore year versus they're getting ready to exit out.
And then we also broke our, well, we
Yeah.
lumped our SDLMI lessons into 4 workshops and went through the phases per workshop. Made it a little bit easier for us to get all of our kids together, get everybody on the same lesson, and talk about the experiences together, so it opened up conversation throughout the whole room.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we can try the video now. That's a. Okay, here we go.
That probably looks good enough.
Alright, so, Darren, you got the floor, buddy.
So this is Darren Elkins, and I'm here interviewing my principal, and I got a few questions to ask. So one of them is, do you drink a lot of Pepsi? Because I noticed it's a little brown right there. I was just making sure.
No, I actually gave up pop. I've not had a soft drink since December 29th of 2024. So that's all natural. Not natural, though. I do have a cup of coffee every morning, so maybe that's from the coffee.
I have about 10 a day. It gets pretty rough. See, another one. How did you become a principal?
How did I become a principal? Well, After I got my master's degree, I went back and got 30 hours of 50-year program, rank 1 in instructional leadership, and I started applying for jobs. And so this one came open, and I applied for this job. I applied for Jones Fork, and I also applied for Hyman principal job. And I interviewed for all of those, and this one was the first interview I had. And then I applied and interviewed for those other positions, and they offered me this one, so I took it.
That's pretty cool. It's good to meet you. There's a lot of opportunities that, could have went wrong, and I couldn't have met you. And, since I'm sure you guys agree.
So what's the clock setting?
I don't know what that is. We ain't got to the funniest part yet.
No.
Oh, God.
That's weird.
Is it not touch?
Because we're not using we're just using the board as a screen. So move the
There
mouse
was another
chair.
remote over here earlier, I thought.
J Bear. Yeah, this is the volume thingy.
Oh, is there an enter button on it?
So what's interesting about Principal Bobby Pollard at Knott Central High School, he has been a principal. That was weird. I think I did that by accident. So reverse.
Just go on the fly.
Yeah, this is a typical day, I feel like, technology.
So far, we've done good.
Oh, there we go, okay. Can we fast forward to back to that part that was in that video, so we don't have to watch?
Yeah, he's been a principal for almost 25 years. Principals usually only last 3 to 3 years.
Yeah, right, yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
That probably looks good enough.
Degree, I went back and got 30. Then I applied and interviewed for those other positions, and they offered me this one, so I took it.
That's pretty cool. It's good to meet you. There's a lot of opportunities that, could have went wrong. I couldn't have met you. And, since I'm sure you guys agree, a wonderful person, wonderful principal.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Another question is, how do you get your head so shiny on Mondays?
Well, I tell you what I do. On 3 days a week, I wax and buff, so that everything is good and shiny back there. And I call that my baloney cap. And but I buff and wax 3 times a week, and so that's good and shiny. If you notice at the ball games, nobody will sit behind me because of the glare off the lights. It blinds them and they can't see the floor.
So if it's like too hot outside and the sun starts blaring, does it kind of burn?
It does. I have to wear a hat. Yeah. If I don't put sunscreen on there, then it's like it gets pretty red back there.
That is some very good. That's some very good stuff from Mr. Polly.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'd give anybody advice if you've got one of these that you wear a cap or sunscreen out when it's hot and sunny. I may get me one of them 10-gallon hats like you've got. I like that.
Hey, now this right here is a big jug.
You're styling. I like it.
Styling and profiling.
That's right.
That's me and Mr. Pollard. Back at you.
Thank you.
He did that for probably 2 or 3 different people.
Oh, yeah.
He just did it.
No, he asked our girls basketball coach, he said, how have y'all done this year? And she said, well, we've won 19 games. He said, that's pretty good for Knott Central.
All right, you're out of time.
Okay. Well, we just have one more slide
We're
left.
done.
Oh, perfect.
And when we did virtual reality, we have virtual reality as well with the PICOs. We have programs on there called Virtual Speech where they can do interviews and stuff, X-Rents, which is cognitive things. They can like throw the football if it's an addition problem on the screen, health and safety simulators, Higher Prana, which is a meditation app that kind of helps them for mental health. And ManageXR is the app for the teachers to help manage all of those things so that way kids aren't
And restrict.
restrict the things that they got.
So, yeah.